What it do, everybody? It's your boy Mike Robinson, and this is another episode of You Guessed It. Yes, let's take a walk. I hope everybody had an amazing week. I definitely did. Tonight, just like every other night, LTAR is on. We have the busiest, most booked, and interesting people that we can find: entrepreneurs, business owners, bosses in their own right. Tonight is no different. Tonight we have two young ladies. I know you only see one at the moment, but the other is she's on her way. This young lady that you see right now is a business owner, Ivy. What is it? Extravagant Butters. What is it?
Opulent.
Opulent Butters.
One now.
she's a boss in her own right, man. I've used the products and personally, and I can say it's like that. You know what I mean? I definitely something that you want to look into, especially people of color. It feels amazing. It lasts all day, and it has an awesome scent to it. Leaves your skin moisturized and just shining and glowing. You know what I'm saying? Without that whole stickiness that you can get with like regular lotions and butters and stuff like that. You don't get that same effect with this product. But don't just take my word for it. We're going to talk to the owner, founder, and creator of Ivy Opulent Butters, Miss Ivy Uzzle. For those of you who may not be familiar with Miss Uzzle, I'm going to give her a moment to kind of reintroduce herself and just give a little background to who she is and some of the things that she has going on. So with that being said, Miss Uzzle, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you for that introduction. I need you to do a commercial for me. That was great. But yes, as he said, my name is Ivy Uzzle. My brand is Ivy because you got to be a little fancy. So yes, it is Ivy Opulent Butters. They're amazing. As he said, I do body butters, sugar scrubs, and body mists. I do bath bombs as well. So I am a mother, a wife, a grandmother of a 4-year-old. I've been in business for a little bit over 2 years now. So it's exciting. I'm loving it. God gave me a gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First off, let me start by saying thank you for taking the time out to come on the platform to talk about, your products and all the things that you're doing right now. I'm definitely interested in diving in and just learning a little bit about you and a little bit about the products and what your plans are for the product. So let's just let's start from the beginning. Of all, usually when I have entrepreneurs on, they usually say that they started doing what they were doing because they noticed that there was something missing within whatever industry they decided to go into. So is that your story? Like what made you decide to go into body butters?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm natural under here. So I started making hair butters actually for me and my mom, just messing around, trying to find different products that worked for us. And I made too much one day and I bottled it up and sent it to my sister out in San Diego. And she immediately texted me back and was like, "Sissy, it looks like you can sell this." And wow. Ivy was birthed from there. I started, researching. YouTube and Google is your friend for sure when you're just starting out as an entrepreneur. So did a lot of research. A lot of my family and friends did a lot of testing on them, and they love it. I'm just grateful.
That is amazing. A lot of times when people go into these type of vocations where they really don't have a point of reference, it can be I'm sure it can be very challenging.
Very.
You mentioned like YouTube. but like, who were some of the influences that kind of like propelled you or kind of gave you guidance going forward?
I mean, honestly, this just kind of fell in my lap. I have been in corporate all my life. I've worked since I was 14 years old, and just building that corporate world, getting more customer service skills. So it definitely, there she is. You want to introduce Sophie while she's popping up?
Go ahead and finish your
Okay. But so like I was saying, I've been in corporate my whole life. And what happened was in 2020, I had to have surgery, and I ended up having a blood clot in
Wow.
my esophagus
Wow.
here. So every time I would swallow, I was just in extreme pain. And all I could do was just cry out, Jesus. And again, like I said, this was May of 2020. So he kept me, I'm here. And I kept asking him, what is my purpose? So fast forward 2 years later, again, Ive was birthed. So the influences, I mean, it really just happened that way. It just literally fell in my lap.
Okay, that's funny how things work that way, but they absolutely do.
Yes, it's not intentional though.
So now we have our second guest. She is also a boss. She is also an entrepreneur. She's also a mover and a shaker in the industry. She's also in beauty. Her brand is Bold and Beautiful Cosmetics, which in and of itself makes you just want to know like more about it. What is this all about? Bold and Beautiful. We have Miss Sophie Powell here tonight.
I am here.
As I said, she's a boss and an entrepreneur in her own right. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to give her a moment to kind of reintroduce herself. For those of you who may not be familiar with Miss Sophie, I'm going to give her a moment to kind of give a little background on who she is and some of the things that she has going on, including her Bold and Beautiful cosmetic line. So with that being said, Miss Sophie, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mike, for having me on. I appreciate it. Hello, Ivy.
Hi, Boo.
I am Sophie, the founder and CEO of Bold and Beautiful Cosmetics. And I created my brand because I wanted us all to have, first of all, my products are vegan.
Wow.
So there's no chemicals and there's no animal byproducts.
Okay.
So I wanted to look cute where our skin still being healthy. And I feel like take care of your skin first and then you can do the makeup. Because I feel like when your skin looks good, you feel good about you. So that's how I came up with the word bold. I want us to walk bold. You're already beautiful. You're already handsome. So walk in your boldness. So I feel like when you use my products, you get a boldness to you. You feel a little different. You feel a little anointed. Yeah, you do. So that's where bold came from. Because I wanted to be bold and beautiful and walk in it with your shoulders back and know you look good.
I know that's right. So
that's it.
So like what was there a moment that you felt that you decided to do this, or was there a combination of moments that brought you to the point where you were like, you know what, this is what I need to be doing, this is what I want to get into? And this question is for you, Miss Sophie. Like, what prompted you to, was there a moment? Did you have an epiphany? Did you have that? Can you talk about that?
Yes, I had an issue. So 3 years ago, I bought some makeup during the pandemic from Ulta, and it broke me out really bad. And when I did my investigation, I found out that it had chemicals in it and animal byproducts. So I was joking with my husband. I said, you know what? I can do my own brand. Just joking, not being serious. But then God kept giving me a vision for like 6 months, the same dream over and over again. And I told God, I don't do that. I don't want to make up like that, Lord. But you see, I listened And I took me a year and a half to say yes to God. And so I said yes, then my products, my business, my brand, it opened up the door.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to suffer a whole year, but it's amazing. Like Ivy's story, it's amazing how God does it. So it's like he set you up for prosperity, to help people, to be a solution to people, but you got to go through first. That way you understand when someone comes to you and say, my hands are dry, or I got bumps on my skin, what can I do? You've been there. You know how it feels. So then you can help others. Because how can you help somebody else if you ain't been through it?
Right.
Come on, somebody. Okay?
Right.
So once you go through it, you have that experience that, okay, I can help you. I'm your solution to your problem. Yes, let's go. Let's get this fixed. Let's solve this thing. And you can start walking boldly.
Absolutely.
That's amazing, guys. Being women of color in business, what has the response been like? Like I often ask this to business owners. Okay, so the industry that you guys are in, it puts you in rooms with people that you wouldn't ordinarily be in a room with, and you meet people that you wouldn't ordinarily meet, and that type of thing. What's the atmosphere like in this industry? Do you feel like there's an openness between the business owners, or is there a competitive spirit? Is there a standoffishness? What's it like? And this question is for both of you.
I can talk. Okay, but Mike, I make my own room. I have my own doors. So when I walk into the door, I own the whole room when I walk in.
Come on.
There's no competition with me. I don't care if I go to a vendor event and there's 3 other people that sell makeup. They're not selling what I sell. And they're not me. And I look totally different than they do. So when I go into a room, I own the room. So they look like, who is she? Who is that? Yeah, come on over and I can talk to you.
And
so
she does.
I do. So I feel like going to anybody's room. And you're right. I do go to some rooms. Like I went to, it was called Hyatt Regency. It was a hotel. It's in Arlington, Virginia. And when I walked in, of course, they're looking for somebody probably not my race with the makeup and the skincare. But no, it's Sophie Powell. Here, hello, how you doing? So the whole atmosphere changed. So when I walk into a room, and that's one a prayer to God that I asked him to anoint me with, to change the atmosphere when I walk in there. To let people know we can do it too. Us Black women, we are winning. We are inspiring, and we are uplifting.
Can you speak to that, Miss?
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's definitely no competition. There can be 3 or 4 other body butters, in the room. It's not mine. It's not Ave. It doesn't smell like mine. God didn't give them that formula. He gave it to me. So I have so much confidence in my formula.
That's it.
That there's no competition. And that's not being vain or bragging. Nope. I just know what he promised me. So I go in there every vendor opportunity with confidence that, okay, this is the day.
Okay.
That's it.
But Mike, I feel like when you know who you are, you got to know, as being an entrepreneur, you got to know that your product is the best product.
Right.
You got to know that your product is going to solve somebody's issue, somebody's situation, somebody's problem.
Right.
Once you know that, you walk different, you talk different.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
Now that's an interesting way to segue, because that's what I was going to ask next. Like, how has being, if you can name one thing, and this question is for both of you, if you can name one thing, how has being an entrepreneur changed you as a person? What's the biggest change, or rather, what did you learn about yourself in this process that you might not have known about yourself prior to?
Probably for me, that I'm more shy than I thought that I was, because everybody just sees me as this outgoing person all the time, but I really am. Like, I get nervous talking to people, right. And like I can talk everybody else up, but when it comes to me, I get nervous. So I've learned a lot more about myself to be more confident and coming into my own with this.
That's good. And for me, Mike, I didn't like people. Let's be real about this. Ain't no lying. Let's tell the truth. I did not like people. God had to change my heart. He had to change my spirit about people, and he did. So now I have a heart. I want to solve. I want to help you. Because I'm afraid in the beginning, people deal with people. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But God changed my heart. And now I love people. I love talking to them. I love hearing their stories. I love helping them. So it was an all God thing. I'm telling you. Ask my friends, they know me. I mean, they're even shocked. Like, you doing what? Yeah. Look at God. Can God do it? Huh? He did.
What has the support teams been like? And the reason why I ask that is that sometimes when somebody who maybe people are not used to them stepping out in a certain way, they're like, okay, well, hey, Ivy, I know some people who tried to do what you're doing and it didn't really work out for them. Maybe you might need to rethink this. Or Sophie, people, I've known some people who are doing what you're doing that trying to do what you're doing. They lost a lot of money and, it just really didn't work out for them. But then you have another side that says, hey, you're not doing enough. You need to get out there more. You're not marketing yourself enough or whatever. So on one side, you have somebody saying, you're not doing enough. And then you got another group of people on this side saying that you're doing too much. So like, what has your personal support system been like from the onset, from you making the decision to go into you guys' respective, businesses?
Well, for me in the beginning, I was told, you crazy. You can't do this. Who do you know? You don't know nobody.
Right.
But thank God that I have a relationship with God myself, that I know him for myself. So even though it was a day I did cry. I did. I even questioned myself, like, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? But I had to seek the Lord to make sure I was walking in the right avenue or right steps or doors I need to go through with him. And I had to truly trust him. And like I said in the beginning, I did not. I said, God, am I doing right? Is this really you? Show me a sign. I need to see it right now, or I'm going back to Verizon and do my job. Okay, Lord, do what you got to do, Lord. And I actually went to a women's conference, and the Lord spoke. He came right to me, and right that day, when I said yes to God, he told me that what it takes other business 5, 10, 15, 20 years to do, I'll do within a year.
Come on.
So he put me in rooms within that year, been on TV 3 times. Only God could do that. So he had to show me, yes, you're doing right. I called you to this. So now let's go. It ain't gonna be easy, but keep going.
Okay.
Yes, he always sends a sign or somebody to let you know, keep going. Because there have been many a days I'm like, do they really like this product? Like, and I get so many reviews and I'm like, is this for real? And then he'll send me, I'll start doubting myself, but then he'll send somebody, to buy more and more and more. So yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like a lot of times, because it has to, maybe not for you guys, but a lot of people I talk to when they go into these type of ventures, it's very hard for them not to look at what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be doing the same thing. They might be doing the same thing as you, but it seems like they're further ahead, or it seems like they're getting more support, or it seems like they have, more of a stable structure than what you have, and you find yourself like comparing / imitating, almost trying to do what they're doing. So that's definitely amazing. That I'm sure that is a challenge for others, maybe not for the present.
Right. Because I guess like you can see, like you said, like look at my L'Oreal, Mac. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna. If I had to compare myself to them, I never would have did it.
Right.
I never would have jumped
Right.
because it was too much fear. But I have to say, when you have to truly trust God,
Yes,
and you got to walk with Him, and you got to say, God, you got to listen to Him. Sometimes you got to be quiet and listen to His voice, and just jump. Do it, jump.
Yeah.
If you fall, get back up. I fail. You think you think I really started this off with everything I had? You think I really started everything just being on top? No. I had to crawl.
Right.
And my pride, the kind of person I am, for me to have to ask for help or ask somebody to show me something, that's my pride. Like, no, let me figure this out.
Right.
I had to ask for help and find mentors. Come on, somebody, coaches, life coaches, to help you. Okay, so yeah, it's hard, but you can do it.
That's a fact.
We doing it.
Let's go. Come on.
That is a fact. When you look at all that you've been able to accomplish up to this point, and this question is for both of you, when you looked at all the obstacles that you've had to navigate and all the things that you've accomplished up to this point, are you, from a business standpoint, are you who you set out to be at this point in your process? Or do you feel like you've exceeded or maybe underachieved at this point? Like, where do you see yourself at this point in your process? Are you who you set out to be?
I'm right where I'm supposed to be right now. My goal is to be, in a brick and mortar. But I feel like I'm where God has me, where I'm supposed to be right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that too. I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I was moving kind of fast for a little while, but I think I'm right where I need to be because I'm still learning. But when I hear my customers say, or see my reviews from my customers, I'm like, okay, and seeing solutions, problems being solved, that's so encouraging. That's so uplifting to say, okay, Sophie, you're in the right space. Keep doing it. Because all of a sudden now you see everybody has vegan products now. When I started, I hear about no vegan makeup or vegan skincare. Didn't hear about it. But my chemist told me about it. And she's the one that helped me, get my, my vegan products. So I'm like, okay, but now everybody has it. So what's going to set me apart from them? Me, who I am, my personality, the way I look, the way I walk into a room, and the way I talk to my customers. So I think I'm right where I'm supposed to be at.
When you look at culture today, particularly women, young and more mature women, has the standard of and for beauty, in your opinion, has it changed since maybe you were, running around in high school or whatever? Like, what is the standard of, has the standard of beauty changed? Is it different?
It is, because now more people want
definitely.
They don't want the makeup anymore. They want their natural skin showing. And I love that too. Because yes, let your skin, let's see your natural skin. You ain't got to hide it. That's why my products is to enhance your look, not change your look. So if you go home with Mr. or Mrs., your skin, and then you wake up next morning, your makeup is gone. You look the same, like you're the same person. You ain't different. When he wake up in the next morning, like, who are you? No, you're the same person. So my makeup is to enhance your look, not change your look. So so it has changed. So now more people I've noticed and talked to women, they're not wearing makeup anymore, or maybe the lip products, or maybe eyeliner, and that's it. So it has changed.
What about you, Ms. Ivy?
Yes, it's definitely changed since I was a teenager. I mean, just more awareness of just our natural hair. You know, I wore wigs for years, had been natural, but was wearing wigs for years. But it's more acceptable now, you know, so definitely has changed since I was a teenager, years and years ago.
Well, with the changing standard, I mean, although you guys embrace, you know, the whole natural look, um, does that make your job easier or harder? Because now, because of, like you said, Miss Sophie, you know, the need for vegan products as opposed to chemically based and animal fats and that type of thing, does it make you have to research harder or more to find, because these things, because it's still, what you're talking about is still relatively a new concept. So I would have to imagine that the resources are limited to even get the proper information to be able to do it in an effective way. So like as of right now, like, is it harder or is it easier for you to be able to move around the way you would like in this space based off the, you know, what you described as the standard of beauty is for right now?
For me, it's still easier because I have a manufacturing company that's woman owned that are really on focusing on healthy products, healthy makeup, and healthy skincare. Even though I have really thought about just having a skincare line, letting go my makeup part, because my top sellers is my skincare. The orders I get every day is skincare or lip glosses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have been thinking on letting go the makeup part and focus more on the skincare.
Wow. How about you, Miss Ivy?
It's easy for me because I have all natural products as well, and everybody wants natural now, natural body butters. So it's pretty easy for me.
So you
But
feel that, go
but
ahead.
like what I was saying was the body butter business, it's oversaturated. So you have to come up with, you know, a amazing formula in your own niche. So for me, my standout is all of my products are affirmations. The names of them are all affirmations. So I let the women know how beautiful they are in that aspect and give them, you know, affirmations and let them know that God loves them and, you know, for their, what he wants for their life through my body butter. So it was like a body butter on purpose. It's actually my purpose.
Gotcha.
So it's been easy.
That's interesting. That's interesting because, like I said, it just seems like it's still relatively a new thing. So what I'm hearing you guys say is that there is enough information and enough resource to be able to get around in an impactful way. There's more. There's enough information that's accessible for you to be able to do what you need to do.
Definitely.
Yes.
And there's so many people making body butters now. Like I said, it's very saturated. So they're increasing the prices on a lot of the butters as well. So that's the issue that I'm running into.
Okay.
Is the cost is going up for my product. So then does that mean I have to increase my product price, you know? So
Wow. I referenced this before. I went to a small business symposium a couple of months ago, and this young lady, she was a woman of color. She had created this this hair cream that was guaranteed to grow bald spots, like women who had like alopecia and stuff like that. She had this cream that was guaranteed to grow your hair within, I believe, 6 weeks. I think she was. And so they asked her how much she charged per bottle. And the bottle was maybe like this big, maybe a little bit bigger. And she said some outrageous price, like $100 and something for the thing. And so so the judge was like, what? Why are you charging so much for this small amount of product? And she said, and this is the part that I will remember probably forever. She said that she wanted her brand to be a lifestyle brand, like Gucci, Prada, and stuff like that. And in order to be a lifestyle brand, you have to overprice your product. And the judge went off. She was like, why would you alienate a whole demographic of women just to try to come up, try to fulfill some type of BS standard? She said, sell that stuff for $25, build your clientele up, and you'll never have to worry about, pricing or nothing again. So I bring that story up I say all that to say, just because others are increasing their prices, you don't have to do that. Matter of fact, that makes you even more desirable because you have quality product at a reasonable price. So
True. But okay, on that one, that's kind of like because I feel like you need to price your products as what you think is worth. You know what I'm saying? Like my skincare bundle is $75. Because you get a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and they're not cheap products.
Right.
Because I was told in the beginning of me starting, I try to help us and had lower prices, and it hurt me because people looked at it as cheap products. So you gotta know your worth.
Yeah, I agree, but I agree, but I kind of don't agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. you know what it took to make what you made.
Exactly.
So $75, for instance, let's just pick a number. Mm-hmm. So $75 is your base price. All I'm saying is that if you're changing the price based off the quality of the product, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But if you're changing the price of the product because Ivy is changing her price, and right. Susie is changing her price, and Mary is changing her price, then that's a totally. I
agree with that.
You get what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. So like if but that's I guess that's all subjective. You know what I'm saying? What do you I guess that's what it all took. And then too, like you said, it's like a mindset, especially for people of color. We love things that are considered
cheap.
No, we love to get things that are that we feel like others can't get, is what I'm saying. Mm. So like we automatically assume, okay, so you got this product that's $10, mm-hmm. but you got this product that's the same type of product, but it's $55. So what we'll do is we'll just buy the $55 one because it gotta be better because it's $55. But that's mm-hmm. not, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily the case. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a mindset more than anything else. You get what I'm saying? So like it's all I think that it's all in the eyes of the beholder and the person that, that's creating the product. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're confident in the product, and like I said, like that $75 price point is what you feel like is a reasonable price for you to be able to sell it to the people and still make a respectable profit, then why not stick with that until, God tells you something different. You get what I mean? So I don't know, but I mean, you guys would know better than me. So I would defer to you guys. That's just this guy's opinion.
It's about getting results too.
That's
with your products. Is your products working? Like, is it really going to help my skin be healthy looking? Yeah, let's test this out. Let's do this. Let's see if it works. Mm-hmm. Because no one's asking Rihanna about her skincare or other companies for their skincare, or can I get a discount?
Right.
They just buying it
Right.
because of the name.
Exactly.
And
They would rather go to Bath and Body Works than come to their friend or their
Right.
family member.
Right. And that's exactly, that's exactly what I was kind of like referring to. Like, okay, Rihanna comes out with, a line. So that just automatically has to be better because
right, exactly, because it's her.
Not to mention the fact that not everybody can afford Fenty. So like, not only are you paying for what you think is quote unquote quality, you're also paying for the trend, for being trendy.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So like that has to be, that has to be a challenge for the consumer and the business person too. You know what I'm saying? Because you almost have to be psychic to try, to like figure out what the consumer is truly after, I guess.
But I used the product, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, I was a MAC girl for a long time, before I had my own brand. And I use Fenty too. So,
Yeah. But
I like Vibes better, but
right.
But
so you guys tell me who are you most surprised to find out knew about your product?
What do you mean by that?
Like, was there ever somebody that came up to you and recognized you or recognized your product that you had no clue, no idea that they even knew who you were or even about your product? Like, who were you most surprised to find out was aware of what you were doing? And actually consumed it.
I was gonna say no one in particular, but when we're vending, because we vend a lot together.
We do.
So when we're out, people will come up and say, "Oh, somebody gave me one of your products." Like they gifted them my product. They had it already. So like that, but no one in particular that I could think of, but that it does happen quite often. Yes.
Yeah. And for me, it's the older women that come to my table like, "Oh my God, I saw you on Facebook." I mean, they get excited.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I'm glad y'all scrolling on Facebook and you see Bold and Beautiful Cosmetics." So you know what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of shocked me to see the older women, actually clicking on my website and seeing what I have. So that kind of like shocked me. I think I was more in I say 25 to 40-year-old women, but I'm in, all ages.
That's another interesting point. I was gonna ask, like, the demographic. Like, have you been able to reach those 22, 23, 21-year-old, 19? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Have you cracked the code to be able to appeal to them as well? Or, what do you say to people who might look at what you're doing and try to pigeonhole it into a certain demographic of,
Well, for myself, at first, I sell lipsticks. At first, I'm thinking like, okay, who wear lipsticks? And I was gonna pull it out, but then people started buying it because I'm thinking that the older women want the lipsticks. You know what I'm saying? But some young girls, they want it too. So, and I think going to vendor events with younger crowd, I love that. The younger women, the young girls, because I want them to start off with healthy cosmetics, healthy makeup, and still putting in that, the chemical-based makeup, or like even Ivy's body butter. I don't want to say baby butter, baby, for her body butter. To start off at a young age using it because it's healthy and it's good for you. Instead of going to get something that's chemical based that you don't know is chemical based until you start breaking out.
Right. Wow. Yeah. I see women who their skin is very, they're beautiful women, but they have, skin issues and then they have makeup on top of it. So it just looks like bumps under makeup. I don't know.
And I want to help them, but it's like when I see that, something goes through me. It's like I want to just grab and say, "Can I please help you?" I want to help them. I see them, and I don't want you to feel embarrassed or ashamed because you're still beautiful. You're
Mhm.
still amazing. You know what I'm saying? So walk in it, but let me help you, fix your skin, heal your skin, and get it healthy again. And then you can do what you want. No, you can't. No, you can't. No more chemicals. But I want to help you because my skin wasn't always this beautiful. I had a breakout.
Mm.
So I had to go through my skin burning, my skin itching, just going through a lot. So I want to help people. That's why I say I kind of relate. So I thank God now. I didn't before of what I had to go through to get to where I am now. Because now I understand. Even men, I'm trying to help y'all men that just use soap and just use water. I have men products. I want y'all to do the cleansing, the toning, the moisturizing. But the men are telling me, so I ain't got time to do all that. Well, I need you to find time because I want y'all skin to be healthy too. So when you're walking next to your boo, your skin look good, she look good. Let's go. Let's walk into this room and own this room because we look good.
That's a
Yes. Healthy skin.
That's a fact.
Yes.
That is a fact. That is a fact. You are hilarious.
She is hilarious.
But it's real. Let's do it.
It is.
So,
I don't have a age demographic.
Okay. Okay.
Everybody need to get rid of their ash. So
amen.
It don't matter what age.
Right.
My thing is to break out into other races, Caucasians. So I have to, because a lot of times they don't use, lotions or Vaseline. So I have to educate them that it's more for anti-wrinkle, and sunscreen. So that's how I present it to them.
Okay. So tell me this, guys, from a personal standpoint, for however long you have entered into this realm where the buck stops with you. So you make a ton of decisions. There are many things that don't happen unless you say so. There are many things that do happen because you say so. You make, like I said, the buck stops with you. So the both of you are married and have families. And so with that being said, is it a challenge for you to turn that off when it's time to turn it off and be, the mothers, the, grandmothers or wives or whatever, like, and not just, just in your personal relationships, like, is it tough turning that boss switch off?
For me, it's not. I'm grateful that I have a husband that lets me do whatever I want to do. He does. I'm allowed. I'm not allowed. I'm gonna do it anyway. But he lets me do whatever I want to do regarding my business, and he knows I got to be out here. I got to be in the streets right now. I got to be hustling, getting this bone beautiful cosmetic in this world. I got to do what I got to do to get out here, and he understands that. So for me, but when it's time for my grandbabies to come, I'm grandma. I'm glamma and gamma. And that's my role. And when I'm still wife, I still cook for my husband. I still got to wash clothes. So I'm still a wife, but so no, for me, it's not hard for me to turn it off. So when I put on that Bone Beautiful Cosmetic shirt and my makeup go on, I'm in my role. I'm that CEO, that founder, and that boss lady with my team, and I go to the world. When I come to that front door, I take it off. I'm wife, I'm mom, I'm grandma and gamma, and sister, and my family. So it's not hard for me to turn it off.
Okay. How about you, Miss Ivy?
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same thing. It's not hard. I'm just bossy regardless. In my personal life, professional life, I'm just bossy. So it's not hard. They fall in, they understand that we've been doing this for a minute, so they know who I am.
Wow. So tell me this, guys. What would you say is the most common misconception that people have about you?
Mm.
That I'm mean. I ain't mean. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I speak my mind.
Right.
That's why I can't do fake. So people think that I'm mean, but I got a heart, y'all. I love people now.
She does.
I care about you. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I can't walk around fake now. I'm gonna be real with you. If I don't care for you, you gonna know it. I'm sorry. Okay? Because I don't care for everybody. But I'm real about it. Yeah. You want me, you don't. Let's go. Yeah.
That's it.
What's the hardest? I'll go ahead and answer the question, Ms. Ivy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, let's see, the biggest misconception, that I'm not genuine.
Wow.
As like you said, Sophie, you can't be fake. People think I am fake. And
Really? Oh, okay.
yeah,
I don't see that. Okay.
like this is me. This has been me my whole life. I'm extra. I'm that one that's gonna go over the top, but I've been that girl my whole life. So I just want people to know that it's genuine. This is me. My worship is real. My love is real.
It is.
That's it. This is me. Accept me or not.
That's right. Y'all here, accept her or not. You got to deal with me. Let's go. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Once you started in business, what was the hardest thing for you to take? What was the hardest thing for you to take on? Like, and in case you don't understand what I'm asking, there are certain things that you know that you have to do but you're not necessarily strong in those areas. Like me doing this podcast, right? I have to be strong in my vocabulary and my conversational skills, and that was something that I kind of had to adopt over time because I'm not necessarily the type of person that works the party. You know what I'm saying? That goes around and is able to talk up everybody and all that. That was something that I had to kind of adopt, like I said, over time and just kind of build it up. What was the hardest thing for you what was the hardest skill to acquire doing what you're doing?
For me, was talking to people. Remember, I didn't like people. So to actually have to talk to people, have to feel their emotions and feel their pain. That was something that I had to adapt with and really had to question, like, guys, this is where I'm supposed to be at? Do I really want to hear what somebody had to go through? So my main thing was really dealing with talking to people and having a heart for people. And to really have empathy and really have a heart for them. So that was new for me because before this, I dealt with the only ones I knew, my good friends. I didn't want no other friends. I didn't need no more. So doing this job, I had to like open myself up to actually kind of the world. Like going on TV. I ain't never been on TV before. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to open up and tell you about who I am and what I do. So that was just like a whole different world. And at first I was nervous and scared about it and not sure about it. But now it's natural to me now. But at the beginning, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing for me is I don't have a problem talking to people, but it's talking to people about myself. I still struggle with that because I don't want anybody to ever think, like I said, that I'm vain or, oh, she thinks she's all that. for years, I've been like going live for everybody else. I can promote anybody else. I'm the hype man, but when it comes to myself, I freeze. So I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better than when I started.
Wow. Okay. Um, when I look at you guys, and you guys are very, you guys are close friends, and you've been around each other for however long you've been, been around each other, and I'm sure that you're super supportive of one another. Your tribe. A lot of times when I talk to people, they say, "Oh, I had to go away first and then come back to get the type of support that that I was seeking." The people that were closest to me had to see me sell to other folks before they kind of respected what I was doing. Was that part of your story, or has your tribe, the people that's close around you, have they always been gung ho about what you were doing from day one?
That's deep. That's a serious question, because on the one hand, I have a major support with my women's group. It's called UEU, Uplift, Unite, Encourage. So I'm sorry, I said that wrong, but they know who they are.
Okay.
So they have supported me from day one. It's probably over 50 of us, and we support each other. We have a really, really strong tribe support group. But then you have, like I said, some other friends, will say more associates, that will not like my page, won't comment, won't support, just because it's me. So that's I've been struggling with that lately. That, even like I said, I have family members that still have not purchased anything from me. Or even if you don't purchase anything, share it, like it, comment. That helps.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Fact. That is a fact.
You.
And you'll be surprised how many people just don't understand it. But good.
But I have to admit, from day one, of course, I had some family members that didn't believe, but once they started seeing the manifestation and the products in my hand, then they believed. So I kind of have a good support team, that, of course, they believe now because they can see it. But I have, like my sister, my number one fan from day one. When I told her, I said, I think I'm gonna create a cosmetic line. She was right on it. When we starting? When we gonna do this? So she was my day one supporter, and still is. So I had a few that support from day one, but I have a few that didn't believe, but they believe now. So sometimes you got to go ahead and the haters or the ones who don't believe, let that be your fuel. Let that be what pushes you to go keep doing it. And then once you do it, they see it. When they see it, they're like, "Oh, I believe you in day one." No, you didn't. But I ain't got to fight that. No, you didn't. Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't. Yeah, but now you believe now. Okay, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, let the haters or even your family members who don't believe, let that be your fuel to go get it, to go do it.
That's it.
That's right. I know that's right.
I'm so proud of us. This is exciting.
It is.
I gotta say this side note. Shout out to Neil.
Yes, okay. So she is the lead. She's my twin. She's one of my best friends, and she's the leader of our UEU group. So that's why you see her commenting.
Shout out to her because she has been super.
She is
And
my
and
biggest
and
supporter.
Miss Cindy Williams Newsom. They have
That's my
definitely been.
mother.
They've
that's
been
sweet.
definitely been busy in the comment
Oh, love
section.
y'all.
Shout out to shout out to them. Shout out
They
to
are
them.
my biggest cheerleaders for sure.
I have actually two more questions. Where do you guys see your respective businesses at their peak? If you could have it your way tomorrow, what would Bold and Beautiful be, and what would Ivy be at its peak? At their peaks.
I would have my brick and mortar. I have my business in 3 different cities. I would be a regular on the Hampton Road Show. I'll be on TV a lot. I'll be traveling. I'll be in different states, definitely Georgia, and I'll be in colleges. Because right now I'm working on being Spelman's bookstore. So I will be in Black colleges because I want to encourage women and young girls to say that you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you want to do in life, you can do it. Don't let nobody keep telling you can't do it because you can. Put your mind to it, get your hands working, and let's do it. So I want to be an encourager. I want to be an uplifter to let people who say or who tell other people they can't do something. Mm-hmm. I want to be your cheerleader and say, yes, you can. You see what you see me? I knew nobody but Jesus. Nobody and I got a whole brand. So I want to be that. I want to be that person. Go ahead, Ivy.
I see myself in my brick and mortar and also continuing to have representatives. So Tennille is one of my representatives. She sells my product in her hair salon. Salon Love, by the way, amazing weaveologist. And then I also have a representative in New Jersey, Shar, and then one in DC, Marlinda. So that's a goal for me to continue to have representatives distributing, my product in all states, like Mary Kay. Why not? Why
That's
not
right.
Ivy?
Why not?
Mary Kay did it. Why not Ivy?
So. That is amazing. Has your opinion of entrepreneurs changed now that you are one?
Yes, mine have. Because actually, it's amazing that I never really knew about like Black owned or by Black. I'm sorry, y'all, but I didn't. Because I was buying my Coach, my Michael Kors, my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Ashley Stewart clothes. I never thought about buying Black.
Oh, I'm not giving up Ashley Stewart, but go ahead.
But my whole but yeah, to buy Black now, I have a Black nail technician, Black hairstylist. You know what I'm saying? I want Black to do my lawn. I want everybody Black now. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was doing Black business. Because why can't we be professional? Why can't we do big things too? And we can. So I need my Black entrepreneurs to be professional at all times.
At all times.
And do the right job. If I pay you to do a job, do it the best you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And with excellence. Because I believe in walking in excellence. Just because I'm Black and you Black, I don't want a discount.
Right.
I want the right service. And y'all gotta stop doing that too. Always want a discount because they Black. No. Pay the full price. Okay? Pay the price. Because it's worth it. Somebody some discounts. Okay, go ahead.
Somebody put no discounts in the comment. Just put no hashtag no discount.
Yeah.
No. What were you saying, Ms. Ivy?
I don't know. What was the question again?
Has your opinion changed about entrepreneurship now that you are one?
Yes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot. So I just quit my job in January 31st. I went full time after doing 2 years part-time. So I try to vend every week now. So it's a lot of work because I'm doing a lot of it myself. My kids, they help. My husband, he helps with some stuff, but you know how you feel like if you don't do it yourself, it ain't gonna be right.
Come on.
Right.
So I be like, and I don't want to have to fuss nobody out. They don't want to have to hear my mouth. So I end up doing stuff myself.
Right.
But yeah.
But the day is coming though, Ivy, that you can
Yes.
you gonna have a team that gotta do it.
Yes.
You gotta let it go. Because as you grow, you change, your hands change, things change as you grow.
Yes.
And become a large business. So something you can't
And
keep
it's
an eye on
definitely
everything.
growing.
Exactly.
I'm super grateful. Super, super, super grateful.
Oh, sorry, Mike, taking over.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I just I want you guys to, or I hope that you guys realize that what you're doing is not just owning respective businesses, but you have kind of like unwittingly become an example for people to point to when there are those who say that they can't do. Like, I would say that the Black woman is probably the most disrespected, disregarded, underestimated faction of people on the planet, even though studies show that Black women are the most educated of all races.
Wow.
But for whatever reason, they are like I said, disregarded, underestimated, whatever. But so I hope that you know that what you're doing is not just what you're doing, if that makes sense. You have young women who may aspire to be entrepreneurs, but in their present state, they don't have any point of reference. And so here you guys come to say, okay, yeah, I know Miss Ivy and I know Miss Sophie, and they're doing, what they're doing, and they've been doing it for years. And now they went from storefront vending events to owning their own stores across the country, doing what they're doing. Now you have become a catalyst for a movement. So I hope that when you go out, you understand the mantle that you actually carry when you go out, because your mission is not just to make money and to sell product, but you're also carrying a mantle. You're also presenting what can be to those who aspire to do, what you're doing. So with that being said, are you Black women in business, or are you business women that just happen to be Black?
That's a good question. That's good.
Do you walk as a Black businesswoman, or are you just a businesswoman that wants to be Black?
I walk as a Christian-based Black business. Absolutely. Faith-based Black business. That's who I am.
Yeah, I'm a Black woman. And I'm proud.
Yes.
And when
Love
I walk
it.
into a room, I want you to know who I am. Yeah. Stare. Point. Yeah. I'm here. Let's change some things. Yeah. I'm a Black woman. I want you to know Black women.
We are
winning.
Beautiful.
We doing it. We winning. Yeah. Keep going, girls. Yeah, we got this. We doing this.
Absolutely.
We making a change. We doing this now. Mary Kay, sit down. Avon, sit down. Here I come.
Okay,
Yes.
so I just had a Mary Kay representative on here like last week or the week before last.
That's fine. It's not black owned, but go ahead.
And she
It ain't black owned.
the views expressed by these two young ladies are not necessarily
It's not a black owned business.
No, I'm joking.
Oh,
That's
okay.
funny.
But
People think it'd be a black vending thing. Then here comes so and so. It's not a black owned business. Okay, I have a black owned business. I'm black. I'm a woman, and I own cosmetic and skincare. And when I die, it'll still be founder CEO Sophie Powell, a black owned cosmetic and skincare brand.
That's right.
Wow. This is my last official question for you guys. It's a question that I ask all my guests. So I just want you to take a moment to think about it once I ask it. And here's the question. What would have to happen in your life, if it has not happened already, for you to consider your life a success? What does success look like for you specifically?
Well, for me, I feel like I'm successful because my children are successful. So I feel like my son, he's 30. He's the oldest. He's in the process of buying his first home. I was 33 when I bought my home. He's 30. So that's already success. Anytime they're doing better than me, I feel successful. My two daughters, they both graduated from colleges. So I feel successful. They did it. I didn't, but I still feel successful. So yes, that's for me.
For me, it's going to be seeing my grandchildren not having to work. No, they got to work hard now. They still got to work hard under grandma. Grandma's still living. You got to work for it now. We ain't giving nothing away free. But to have my grandkids running my business and me sitting back watching them. Now that's going to be success for me because they're my whys. My 5 whys are my grandbabies. And when they are running Bold and Beautiful Cosmetic and Skincare, and I'm sitting back watching them, then I feel like I'm successful.
That's amazing, guys. That is amazing. Again, I want to reiterate to you guys the importance of what you're doing as women of color in business. There are a lot of, people that feel that, you shouldn't even be where you're at. And so you are like breaking norms, you're kicking down doors, you are examples of, again, what can be, what's possible if you set your mind and you have the vision to go forth and get it. So it's important, and I tip my hat to you, and I respect everything that you're doing. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you to maybe buy some of your products or maybe get you to speak at an event, or maybe they heard something on here that resonated with them and they maybe wanted you to kind of expand on what you were saying, how can they get in touch with you?
For me, they can follow me on Instagram. It is Bold and Beautiful Cosmetics with _. And my website is boldbeautifulcosmetic.com.
So I have some of my products right here so y'all can see. These are the bundles. We have body butters, sugar scrubs, and the body mists. You get your little scoop here, and you can reach me at EYEVEYbutters.com. That's my website, and also on Instagram and Facebook, the same Ivey Butters and Ivey Opulent Butters.
I got one scrub. I got one
You
scrub.
are hilarious.
Scrub your face twice a week if you wear makeup every day. One scrub.
Like I bought a whole bunch of products. Let's
cute.
see.
Terrible. You guys
Happy
are
is
terrible.
my favorite, you guys. You have to try
It is.
Happy.
Happy is good. I
Happy
love all of them though.
is the one that wakes me up in the morning. We got the Victory.
I love all of them.
Yes.
And let me say that I have sampled King from the Ive Butters line, and I gotta say, you know, it is what she says it is. It smells great. It stays with you all day. You're not ashy, as she says, but you're also not. You don't have that sticky, greasy feeling
Right.
that you would get from like store-bought lotions and cocoa butters and stuff. You don't feel like a candle. You don't look like a candle by the end of the day. You know, this is really, a quality product, and
Thank you.
for whatever it's worth, I definitely vouch for the products that are being, promoted tonight.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, ladies, I want to thank you for coming on the platform and spending a little time with us, sharing your stories and sharing your processes and your journey with us. And hopefully what you've expressed on here has inspired some and impacted others. And, hopefully this garners more networking opportunities, maybe more customers and all of that. I definitely appreciate you guys, and I want to extend to you an open invitation. Anytime you want to come and promote something, or you want to talk about something, or something that you want to get off your chest on here, just hit me up, and I'll definitely make time for us to, sit down again. Consider this a part of your promotional thing.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Absolutely. Is there any last words before, you guys want to share before we sign off?
I just want to say, stay encouraged, stay uplifted, keep putting God first, and watch him. He's going to blow your mind.
Yes. Just trust him with everything. When I say everything, everything. That's it.
All right, there you have it, guys. You heard it. You heard it. Again, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate you. And I wish you guys much blessings on everything that you're doing and everything that you haven't even thought of yet. I wish you much blessings on those as well.
Jesus.
And you too, Mike.
Thank you.
Back to you. Back to you. This is amazing.
As well. Thank you. This was amazing. I'm so proud of you too. You rolling with them
exactly.
too. I look back on some of your past guests too. So you've been rolling. That's awesome.
I appreciate it. I'm trying to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, and you do t-shirts too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do t-shirts. Yes. Let's Take a Walk podcast.
Okay.
Let's take a walk.
Yes, thank you. Bet's Boy 30 clothing. I'm gonna start promoting it more. You're the second person that said that today. So I'm going to start showing you guys. I do the hats and the t-shirts.
Oh yeah, you gotta share that.
Yeah, so
I might need you to do my Ive t-shirts.
Absolutely.
We'll talk.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Absolutely. So I'm going to be promoting that much more. You're going to see much more of that in the future. But again, thank you guys, and I appreciate you. I don't want to hold you guys any longer because I know you're super busy baking butter and creating all types of, products.
Yeah, and me being beautiful, it is. It's a job.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I want to wish you guys an awesome weekend, and
you too, Mike.
Be blessed.
Yes,
thank you.
Memorial Day weekend. That's right.
Absolutely.
Y'all be safe out there.
Yes, be safe.
Don't eat too much barbecue, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely. So there you have it, guys. Another great interview with another great guest. I want to shout out Miss Ivy and Miss Sophie for coming on and just sharing their immense wisdom, their journey, the path that they have that they're on right now. It's not for the faint of heart. So I take my hat off to them, you know, for that, because it cannot be easy, especially in this industry. But again, you know, if you're purposed, you're purposed. You know, if that's what you're meant to do, then that's what you're going to do. So as always, I encourage you guys that if there's something that God has placed within your heart, something that you dream about, something that you can almost reach out and touch, something that, you know, it invades your thoughts, invades your dreams, that God is purposely presenting to you, it is time for you to do that thing. It's time for you to reach out to that thing and be that thing, do that thing. If you're an architect, a teacher, a writer, a script writer, a song artist, a comedian, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever vocation it is, step out in it. Even if you don't feel like you have the resources, even if you don't feel like you have the money or the time, allow God to manage your time and move you forward in whatever it is that he's called for you to do. Because for whatever you lack, he will provide. So where he presents vision, he provides provision. It's just up to us to trust and believe that every step that we take is ordered, and it's ultimately for a purpose that will bless the people that are attached to it, because there's a remnant of folks that are attached to us and are depending on us to make certain decisions, whether to go left, right, up, or down. So with that being said, with that being understood, we have to be more purposeful in our actions and the things that we do, and the voice of God that we hear. If we hear the voice of God, if we're not hearing it, then we need to work on hearing it. But with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for coming on and watching, and I thank those in advance for who will watch the playback later. At the end of the day, let's take a walk.